Assalamu alaikum everyone. We are contemplating on Soorah Kahf from the Quran, and we are proceeding for our second lesson, or basically a bunch of lessons from Soorah Kahf. And the incident is the incident of Musa alayhi salam and Khizr alayhi salam. Khizr alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam goes and board into a boat, and Khizr alayhi salam take out a wooden board out of that boat and later fixes it. It was basically to let the tyrant king, tyrant ruler, which was on the way to this river, who used to snatch all the beautiful and perfect boats. So there was a flaw in the boat. He just abstained from snatching this boat. So similarly, when the dajjal will appear in this world, all the GPS trackers that are installed in our cars, our bikes, and in our mobiles, they are basically a tool for him to track us. They are being done in advance. All these free services that are being rendered to us, they are basically there to collect data of us, collect every movement of us, collect every activity, make a record of every activity, make a track of everything that we do in our daily life. So the very first thing when the dajjal appears is to throw away your mobile so that he can't track you, and plug it out, the GPS tracker, from your mobile, from your bike or from your car, so that he can't track you. And such other trackers, you have to just remove them, because they are going to work for him now onwards. Now next thing is, Musa alayhi salam and Khizr alayhi salam go to a town and they kill a boy who was playing with other children. This was basically because this boy was in the company of bad children and he has destroyed his character, and his parents were good people, so Allah blessed them with a girl later on and took away this boy, which could have resulted in the disobedience of not only this boy but also his parents, and it may even go up to their kufr or disbelief. So Allah befell, so this calamity befell over them. Allah sent this calamity over them, and they have to keep patience over this. So similarly, in the times of Dajjal, or the times of the transition to Dajjal, which are actually going now, these things, these kind of calamities will be falling on us, and we have to keep patience. We have to maintain our connection with Allah, and we have to seek goodness from Allah, and we have to carry on, and we have to remain steadfast. So this is the second thing which we have to learn, which we learn from this incident, and inshallah we will be blessed with something better, as those parents were blessed with a girl child which was a noble girl. Then they went to a town, and there was a wall which was about to fall. Khizr alayhi salam brought it back and made it straight. Beneath that wall there was the treasure which was buried there by a noble man, and that man had died, and his sons, they were minors, they were orphans, they were not adults. So in order to protect their treasure, Khizr alayhi salam kept that wall back and made it straight, so that it would fall when they will be adults, and they will be able to use and utilize that treasure themselves, instead of some others exploiting their treasure. So similarly, when the dajjal will broke out like a disease, all the currency notes, all these bank accounts that we hold, and all the money that we have, that will be seized if we try to revolt against him. As we can see in the current scenario, if someone revolts, if someone raises voice against a government immediately freezes all his bank accounts and whatever wealth he has, that goes into zero. So the actual wealth in this case, in this treasure, the actual wealth was stored there, but it was buried there in form of gold. So gold is actually the actual wealth. So the dajjal will stay in this world for 40 days. The first day will be equal to 1 year, and I assume that it will be 1 solar year. Then the next one will be like 1 month, the third one will be like 1 week, and the remaining 37 days will be similar to our days. So basically we have to calculate these days, and they come around something like 450 days or something lesser than that. We have to, on today's date, we have to know, and we have to calculate how much amount or how much money we need to survive for these days. It has been said that there will be drought, there will not be good harvests, and there will not be the cattle which will be yielding milk. All these things will be there, but it has not been mentioned in the hadith that people will starve, that Muslims will starve and they will die out of starvation. Inshallah, there will be some things that has to be done to avoid the starvation, and that thing is that you have to preserve that gold. You have to first calculate how much money do you need in today's date to survive for 450 days, and you have to keep gold equivalent to that amount or something more than that, and you have to pay zakat on that gold, no matter how much small this gold will be. So inshallah, like Khizr al-Islam protected that treasure, similarly Allah will appoint someone to protect those treasures, those small amounts of golds for us, so that they will be useful for our generations who will be facing the dajjal. And as our generations grow up, they have to again calculate and accumulate and keep that much amount of gold as a treasure which will be sufficient for them, and this chain should go on, and all of them should pay the zakat on this gold year by year. So inshallah, this gold will be useful when no currency will be useful in those times, and all the currencies will be forfeited. Then this gold, which is the actual and ultimate currency, then it will be useful, and it will be able to buy something for you and for your family. I hope you got all these lessons from this incident of Musa alayhi salam and Khizr alayhi salam, and you and me will be able to imbibe and act upon them when any such time arrives. Fi amanillah.